go. Everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style. They be at the brand new.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Former fourth-round pick, it's and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. He's got it at the 15. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And we knew that they tried to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right up.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Kalen Ballage with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fair catch.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And down to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Play action. It's gone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
throwing on third. Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, and their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, over time, when you do it consistently, it usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Again, it's Balaj. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Balaj. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Now Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big match. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Rodgers. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. And complete once again to Watson. Touchdown! 2 touchdown passes now here in this 1st quarter for Aaron Rodgers, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers. Just 2 for 7 throwing the football. But he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route. And they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they are on a first or a second seed come playoff time.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. They'll run here with Balaj. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage or mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
On first down, Goff. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Outright completes it to Jarwin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 14. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. There he goes, right side. The 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, Second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Escaping the pressure right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He's airing it out for Williams, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Goff throwing again. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
That's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. The bottom line is it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking left sideline, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And he fields it cleanly. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First down, Green Bay.
Rodgers now to throw. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And some room to work. Touchdown, Packers. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Back to throw. Goff. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. Packer pressure, and down he goes. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Julian Okwara able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown, but it'll be 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
This to Jarwin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense...
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. After the sack on 1st down, Goff. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Goff. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
38. Lions 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter. From the 31, Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. Steps away to his left. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Complete. This is Mitchell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He's got a man, complete, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is gone. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the delay, it's Balaj. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now Balaj. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They run it with Balaj. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 56 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll indeed take a knee. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing